What's up, you guys? Know it's been a while, as always. What else is new? I want to jump on here and do a quick review. I'm not really going to go into details, just little, my own little thoughts about the New Edition movie that aired last Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, it was very nostalgic because, honestly, I didn't know that New Edition was a group. Don't kill me, because I was born in '87. So I didn't know that New Edition was a group until their Home Again album came out. Because by the time I was born, I think that's when they broke up, or they started to break up and tension started, happening. But I didn't know about some of their songs. I just didn't know they were a group until their Home Again album came out. But when Home Again came out, Hit Me Up, that was my jam back in the day. So, basically the movie went through a whole time. We went through a time travel of, how they started as kids to when they got their first big break to, when it was tensions in the group. I will say this, the casting was perfect. It was perfect. Each of the guys that were who they were supposed to be could sing and rap and all of that. And, they did look like the people that they were playing. Like, the little boys who played them look exactly like them when they were younger. When they got older, we had Brashear Gray, a.k.a. Yaz, a.k.a. Hakeem from Empire. We had Luke James. We had Elijah Kelly. Oh my God, that boy can sing and dance his ass off. But we also had some new faces, like I think Algie Smith played Ralph Tresvant. And I forgot the other guy's name who played... I forgot the other two guys' name who played Ronnie and Bobby, but everybody was really good. The casting was excellent. Especially glad that watching this movie that they didn't hold back. I'm glad that the people, the real people. First of all, I'm glad that mostly everybody involved is still alive. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Johnny, and I'm missing somebody. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Johnny. I'm missing somebody. Oh, Ralph. I'm glad that all of them were involved in the casting, and the guys that played them, like everything that they had to recreate, it was spot on. The videos, the interviews, everything was spot on. And I like how, they didn't leave stuff out. Like, it wasn't a parody. Like, they weren't afraid to show, well, this is what really happened to us. Like, a lot of people were saying, remember in the Whitney movie, they like to say that Whitney got Bobby started, snorting coke or whatever, but it was actually revealed in the New Edition movie that Bobby started all on his own. Like, as soon as he got a little bit of fame, it went to his head and he was just wilding out, and that's why he was kicked out the group. Another thing that I didn't know was that Ricky had a coke problem as well. Like, that threw me for a loop. I did not know that at all. I didn't know that Michael Bivins was becoming the same type of person that like played him with the contracts and stuff. I didn't know he was doing the same thing. Like, and the thing is, at one time, all of them were doing something different. Bobby had his solo career. Ralph wanted to go solo, but he didn't because he wanted to remain loyal to the group. And Ralph was loyal to the group all of his life. But it's like, as soon as he wanted to go solo, people had problems with it. So, that caused some tension between him and Mike and him and Johnny a little bit. You want to what? Take your It's really crazy to see that, like, it was so much tension. Well, it's not crazy. I mean, it's kind of expected. But it was, like, so much tension amongst the group, with people wanting to go solo, people not wanting to go solo. We learned about the discovery of Boyz II Men. We learned about how it took them forever to come out with the Home Again album because they stopped speaking. you know, so they came back out with Home Again, and it was all 6 original members, but even then that didn't work out because they did a tour and Bobby was missing tours and whatnot. So, you know, they just decided to scrap the whole idea of New Edition. They didn't see or speak to each other for years, and when they finally did come back together, it was when Ronnie got married to the lead singer of Black. So they weren't talking for a while. They weren't talking, and they didn't get reunited until the wedding. And the turning point was when they did a show. Bobby was going over his time. So because he went over his time, Belle Biv DeVoe came out. And when Belle Biv DeVoe came out, Bobby was upset. So he went. They started fighting on the stage. And when they were fighting on the stage, Ronnie's Uncle Brooke had like a heart attack. So when he had this heart attack, Ronnie just went off. And he was like, y'all are doing this. And da-da-da. My uncle's in the hospital, blah, blah, blah. So it was just so much that happened. You know, they were getting gypped out of money. Like, they signed a deal and they only got $1.87 for a single that was popular, Candy Girl, and the mothers were on it like, where's our money? So then they fired Ronnie's Uncle Brooke and they hired some new guy named Gary. Gary was with MCA Records, so they're thinking they're gonna make all this money. Come to find out, they weren't signed to MCA. They were signed to Gary, who was under MCA, and that's why Gary was always pushing for you know, pushing to get Bobby out, put like doing stuff that made sense business wise, not really was best for the group, but what was best for his pockets. So it was crazy to see. And what I noticed about all of these biopics is that all of these Black artists got taken advantage so bad, like Toni Braxton, TLC, New Edition. You know, and none of them, and somebody else pointed this out, none of them had a lawyer to read this stuff. They just jumped on the contract because the money sounded so good. Like, they got paid, they were supposed to get paid $500 and a Betamax, something like that, and that never happened. Like, they were waiting on their Candy Girl checks forever. So it's just sad to see like how like the music industry is very, very dirty. And then also the guy who originally signed New Edition, Maurice King, I think his name was, turn it off. He initially, before the group even had any type of airplay, any type of popularity, he initially was trying to get Ralph to go solo, but Ralph was like, nah, you know, I want to be with the group. It's all of us or it's none of us. So you know, Ralph was like, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me in the group, not, you know, I don't want to be solo. So again, Ralph was loyal. Ralph stuck to the group, and then when he wanted to go solo, you know, it caused a rift because they thought because he was going solo, he no longer wanted to be in a group, and he said that wasn't the case at all. So, you know, everything, just the whole movie was really, really good. And, you know, what I've taken from it is that reading is definitely fundamental. You should not sign anything unless you read it thoroughly. Because they could have all kinds of stipulations in that contract, and because you didn't read through it and it sound good, you know, too good to be true, you gotta read that fine print, because that's how they get you, and the fine print is how they get you. The fine print be the truth. There's a such thing called hidden in plain sight. Contracts, bank accounts, anything. You have to read that fine print, because that fine print could say something like, you owe me for the rest of your life, or I got, you know, stuff like that. So give me that. So you gotta read the fine print. So that's what I took from this movie. But overall, Nyla, overall, it was a really good movie. I enjoyed all 3 nights. Like, it flew by so fast, and I'm just really glad they got to tell their story. It was a long time coming. Now we know, you know, what exactly happened to New Edition. Like, they were a good group, but they just couldn't get it together. They said so themselves. Belle Biv DeVoe, actually, they have an album that they were promoting called 3 Stripes, and we all know that Bobby Brown has just went through like 2 recent deaths within a 5-year span, you know, with Whitney dying in 2012 and his daughter dying in 2000, I think either 16 or 15. But, you know, it's, you know, he's doing better because he's remarried and he has, you know, children. I don't really know what everybody else is doing, but, you know, overall, like I said, it was a good movie. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really good. I hope it come out on DVD. Like, you know, it's no editing or whatever. I hope it comes out on DVD. But BET did an awesome job. And you know, BET has been for years, like, their shows and the quality of shows that they do in their movies have been very cheesy. Like, they've been very bootleggy. But you know, the New Edition movie got them some ratings, and you know, they got Being Mary Jane, and you know, BET is doing it. BET is doing their thing. So kudos to them for finally giving us black entertainment, because that was a really good movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly. You guys let me know how you felt about it. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.